Ingenious, 007. Use the turbo booster, 007. That bridge is your best chance, 007. Use your turbo booster. Missiles will detonate the bomb, 007. Use the EMP projectiles. 007, I've equipped your Aston Martin V12 Vanquish with several armaments which should aid to the successful completion of your mission.
Q here. I think you could grapple onto that metal surface. I suggest you put away that weapon, 007. None of the other guests are armed. Put that gun away. You're jeopardizing the entire mission.
Those hinges look like they could melt pretty easily. Test out my laser on them, would you, 007? 007, looks like you've got company. Those tire attacks should dispatch the police safely, 007. You're almost there, 007. Those intruders must not reach our extraction point. You must eliminate them, 007. Nice of you to join us, 007. Good heavens, what's that? That's the idea. Keep it up. 007, you must eliminate those helicopters if we are to make a safe extraction. Hurry, 007, we must leave soon. 007, you've only got seconds left. Really, 007, we've warned you that time was of the essence. Our position has been compromised. 007, I've added an item to your inventory. A powerful yet stealthy flashbang grenade disguised as an electric shaver. Simply place it on the ground and detonate it remotely when ready. I've upgraded your camera, 007. It can now detect human heat signatures. Very useful for spotting hidden threats. I've upgraded your Q specs with thermographics processing. You can now see heat sources at close range, even through walls. 007, they deactivate the elevators at night. You'll have to find the controls to reactivate them. Bond, the elevator control should be in this security wing. 007, we've checked the tower blueprints. There are invisible laser tripwires in the offices upstairs. Your vision enhancement glasses should allow you to detect them when you get there. Bond, don't forget that your glasses can detect hidden laser tripwires. Bond, there are security cameras on this floor too. If you see one, be careful not to cross its range-finding beam. Bond, that looks like the target computer. Install the Q-worm into that device and we're in business.
Bond, I suggest you use the Q-grapple to scale the side of that building. Now, I've never actually tested them on a wet surface, but I suspect that you'll be just fine.
Q, your confidence is overwhelming.
Bond, that looks like the mainframe. Install the Q-worm into it and we'll begin monitoring their systems. Bond, Mayhew's computer is in this room. Upload the Q-worm into it. Be careful, old boy. Laser tripwires, Bond! Bond, you'll need the decryptor to hack into the system. There's an access door leading outside the building, 007. You should be able to unlock it inside the security center. This is your best exit, 007, but you'll need to unlock it in the security center. The terminal should be on the highest floor. See if you can use the exterior elevator to gain access. That vent, 007. 007, your camera should help you here. Any snipers in the shadows will be much easier to locate. I say, Bond, that looks like some sort of advanced jetpack. Why don't you get a picture of that?
One of those laptops probably contains some interesting data. Install the Q-worm on it, would you? Make your way over to the turbine hall on the other side of the compound. There seems to be a lot of activity in that area.
The stairwell to the turbine hall is rusted out. If you could find a way up onto one of those storage tanks, you might be able to make use of those overhead wires.
If only you could find some way onto that crane, 007. Look for a good grapple point. 007, there's an industrial laser on that balcony. That should make short work of that door. 007, the elevators have been locked down. Find a stairwell quickly. All the elevators have been shut down. You should be able to override the lockdown in the security center. The elevator doors are still locked. The security center should have an override.
Careful, 007. That V12 Vanquish is very expensive. 007, there appears to be a control box on the other side of that laser grid. Need I remind you that stealth is your best approach? Avoid those sensors, 007, and try the V12 Vanquish's remote control torpedoes. Wrong way, 007. Do pay attention. Really, 007, just once I'd like to get a vehicle back in one piece. I believe this mission called for stealth, 007. Your remote torpedoes aren't as powerful, 007, but they'll allow you to eliminate hard-to-reach targets. Sever their communications network, 007. That will allow you to engage the enemy without raising a general alarm. Their compound should contain a transmission dish with direct access to Drake's computer network. You'll be able to download the access codes there.